so that my moon cycles feel, ooh, they've been feeling so good, so ritualistic, so sacred. My moon cycles have been feeling so sacred. Ooh. I was just about to get those were literally my first words that came out of my mouth. And my throat right now is like not in it. My eyes are puffy. It's just a hot mess. Because when I tell you I literally just woke up, I'm not joking. I literally just re-entered this dimension from the astral plane maybe 15 minutes ago, maybe. And I just came out into my living room because I don't know, I feel like I needed to, and I just uploaded a new spiritual chat video, so I did that, and I put on a sound bath for whatever reason. I just felt called to put on a sound bath, and it's really nice. It's really giving. So I'm about to light an incense, and we're gonna drink some water while I make some cacao, and then I'm gonna have some cacao because I feel really cold to have cacao in this moment, and maybe we'll have a little sit down chat. Who knows? Who knows? I might want to light a candle too. First of all, let me open a window. What am I doing? What am I doing? I have a ceremony space set up in my bedroom for very specific reasons. A very nice little altar place, and it's a very vibey, very aesthetically pleasing situation that's happening in my bedroom. And we used to have that whole setup out here in my living room, and I think I'm gonna set up a new kind of ceremonial space in my living room because I feel called to do that. I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, happy Leo season. Yeah, yeah. Because Leos are those girls, and that's just that. I'm excited for Leo season. I'm excited for, I don't know, I never know what to expect from Leo season because we are such a interesting zodiac sign. I feel like we're very complicated. Now granted, all zodiac signs are complicated, but I think that Leos are the, to be honest, if I'm being honest, I think that Leos are the most challenging to really understand. And I'm not even just saying that to be biased or like to be cool or whatever. I just genuinely think so. And as an astrologer and someone who studies this and all that stuff, I am, and as a Leo sun and a Leo rising, who knows a lot of Leo suns rising and who knows a lot of Leo moons, I'd say we're a very interesting group of cats. Look at my little elephant. We named him Ebony. Isn't he cute? You want to see my little setup here? Ooh, maybe I'll do a book tour. I'll be one of those girls. I'll do a book tour and then I'll even like expand it onto my Audible because I listen to a lot of audiobooks. Those are where a lot of my fiction books come from. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, we're just gonna have to work with what we got. And that's just gonna have to be that. This sound bath is actually everything. I don't even have it turned up loud or anything. It's just playing in the background and I can feel the healing that's coming from this video and it's really giving. I'm gonna link it down in the description because it's so good. Not this about to be my new go-to for when I need some sound healing. I'm so excited that I have some cacao today. It's been a full week, a full 7 days since I've had cacao because Alex and I do a ceremony every Sunday before the week starts and we have cacao and it's a whole thing. And so I haven't had it all week. I just haven't felt called to have the medicine, especially like at work. Or sometimes I bring the medicine to work, but it feels like I'm sipping on some like coffee rather than sitting down and having some heart medicine. So, it smells so good, but it's so hot. I feel very full from my experiences that I had yesterday and just this whole weekend. It's been a pretty magical weekend. Not every weekend is magical. Every weekend, most weekends I feel are very third dimensional, very rooted on this earth plane and very practical for my human experience because I'm in the process of building and cultivating certain things within the human realm, you know, when you gotta do things and get things done and you're actively manifesting and, you know, all those things. And, you know, even simple stuff like going to the grocery store and meal prepping and even editing videos and things like that. Now, granted, those things are magical too in and of themselves. They totally are magical. But this weekend, first of all, it's close to moon cycle time. So my dreams are a little bit more vivid. And I just feel the feels more feely. And so it's moon cycle time and I'm navigating through something that is very uncomfortable, very challenging, very shadowy, and it's coming on strong, especially because it's around noon cycle time for me. And excuse me, my voice, I talked so much yesterday, so don't mind my voice. But what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, magical, right. So it's just been super magical because I've been navigating through something that's very challenging, and I've been feeling it a lot more, and I've been working with my plant medicines, and it's just been and I've been like channeling certain things that are really exciting, and I channeled something that I never had for the first time, and that was a very cool experience. I might decide to share with you all. I'm not sure if I want to share with you all just yet what had happened on Friday with me, but it was not of this realm at all. And I've been downloading a lot of things, and I've been processing a lot of things, and this weekend has been feeling very ungrounded, but in like the best way. Yesterday was Saturday, and we got to just be amongst the most amazing souls, where I just didn't feel the need to perform. And I was talking to one of the sisters about this, and we had this beautiful conversation, and she told me that she was about to cry because I asked her how she was. Like, I was like, how are you? But I genuinely cared about how she was doing, and she felt very like, whoa, you actually care, thank you for asking. Not me actually losing my voice. I did talk a lot yesterday. I feel like I've talked a lot. I mean, I talk a lot every day, but especially this week and this weekend, lots and lots of talking. And I've been filming videos, so that's even more talking. And so my voice box is like, girl, you need to relax. And so yeah, yesterday it was just so magical. I was full of souls. The party was full of souls that were deeply connected to themselves, and connected to source, and connected to the planet, and that aren't afraid to just bust a move and wiggle out. Oh, and lots of just verbal breathing, lots of and and spontaneous laughter and giggles, and humans humaning without fear and judgment, and a lot of goddesses that were just expressing, and they were just so present and rooted, and it felt so good to be in that energy. Oh, and there were like fire dancers who were dancing with the fire, and that was so cool to see that for the first time, especially because, well, first of all, universe, thank you, because what a beautiful initiation into Leo season. Let me tell you, honey, what a beautiful initiation into Leo season. They had a fire pit, they lit a fire pit, and there were two dancers, and they were dancing with the fire, and it was amazing. And I was like, universe, this is a very cute little initiation into Leo season. Thank you for that. And it was just so good. So good. It almost felt like I was on a different planet. It felt like I was coming home. It felt so nice to not feel like I have to perform. Not one time did someone ask me, like, what do I do for work? No one asked me that. That was so nice. It was, I don't know. Like, I just enjoy souls that are in alignment with mine, that are just on the same frequency, on the same wavelength. There's nothing wrong with the many different wavelengths that there are. I think that is what makes this whole thing so beautiful, because there are so many different levels and wavelengths, and none is better than the other. None is, I mean, some are more enjoyable than others, for sure, but none is better than the other. But there are just some frequencies that when I'm on, especially if that's the wavelength that I've been navigating, it's like, oh, so comforting when other souls are there too. And it's so interesting. One of the conversations I was having yesterday was about me feeling very lonely these past few weeks and how I've been gaslighting myself about feeling lonely. And I think I've been doing that because I do have so many souls around me that do give me light and that care about what I say and that love me and that they adore me and they want to show me attention and all those beautiful things. But they don't always hold space for me. Not all of them can hold space for me. Not all of them have space to hold space for me. And a lot of the souls that I interact with on a more daily basis, a weekly basis, a more frequent basis, a lot of the souls that I connect with may not meet themselves as deeply as I meet myself. Maybe they're working all the time, or maybe they're just not on the same wavelength. And so sometimes that can feel kind of lonely when I am an energetic and I'm an empath and I am into all this woo-woo stuff and I meet myself so deeply, and I am so open to actively hold space for people and really listen and really take it in. And when I ask people how they are, I really want to know. If I do not want to know, trust me, I will not ask. And when people ask me how I am, it doesn't feel, which is totally fine. It's totally fine. That is totally okay. But sometimes that does get lonely when it's like, okay, where is the reciprocity in my energetic atmosphere? Where is the reciprocity in my reality? And I continue to give to myself so that I don't feel the need to have to pull from other outside energies. But sometimes I do need to do that. And so days like yesterday it was just like a big breath of release, and I could be as hippy-dippy as I wanted to be, and I didn't have to perform, and I knew that I wasn't going to be judged, and I felt so present and so relaxed. There was no angst in my body, and I don't know, it just felt so good. So good. So good. I really love working with cacao. It's such a beautiful medicine. And this sound bad, like I feel it. Right now, I feel so much. I don't know what I'm feeling, but I'm feeling like a lot of things. Like I just feel so much right now because I am getting closer to when I'm going to start bleeding. I don't know. My PMS has been very not the way it used to be for the past few months. Usually, like, my boobs hurt for like 2 weeks and they're like painful and like ugh, and I get so many headaches and I feel irritable and ugh, and I get like super constipated. TMI, sorry. But for the past few months, like for the past I'd say 3 months, my PMS has just been like yeah, I feel a little tiny tenderness, but like not really. And I have been emotional for sure, but I feel like I haven't been like ugh, I feel like I haven't been like ugh. Maybe sometimes, maybe I am a little irritable, but that's only if I'm not holding space for myself and like setting boundaries. But I feel like I've been really good at setting boundaries and saying no to what I want to say no to. And yeah, I've had a few headaches, but those were probably dehydration headaches, hunger headaches. Probably nothing to do with any of this. and a little tiny bit of premenstrual cramping, like a little tiny bit, but nothing too crazy. And so I'm very grateful that I'm moving into this chapter of my moon cycle. I know that they ebb and flow and they change as we change, so I'm very grateful for the work that I've been doing with my body, my mind, and my emotional space, so that my moon cycles feel, they've been feeling so good, so ritualistic, so sacred. My moon cycles have been feeling so sacred. Ooh. And right now, I know that this weekend I've been really feeling the feel so much, because it's the moon cycle time, and that's why I feel so magical. I feel very open and sensitive to the portals that are in here, well, in the ether. The new moon is coming soon, in like 4 days. Like, I just feel, ooh, bleeding with the new moon. Oh, yes, yes. But it's so funny though, because last time around I did a, was that 2 full moons ago? That was 2 full moons ago. Never mind. I was gonna say I did a ritual and I was bleeding, so that seems pretty soon. No, I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea. I've stopped tracking when I'll begin bleeding. I don't know why. I just stopped. I don't feel it necessary at the moment. No, I'm not trying to get pregnant, but I just don't feel it necessary to track it in that way. Like, I guess I track my cycle with my, I know when it's coming. You know? I know. I know. Oh, this weekend I rewatched Now You See Me and Now You See Me Too. And for those of you who don't know, those are the movies with like Dave Franco. Everybody else doesn't matter because Dave Franco's in them, but they're movies about the magicians. And Morgan Freeman is in it too. And it's about magicians. And it's so good. For those of you who don't know, I've always wanted to be a magician ever since I was little. I don't know if that's been a secret. To me, it hasn't been a secret in my reality. Like, if people want to know, I will tell them. I don't know when I got interested in magic, but it's been a long time. I remember since I was very little, like 7 years old, I used to tell people I want to be a magician. And I used to be serious. I literally used to be like, no, this is literally what I want to do, like legitimately. And I am 1000% one of those people who think that there's illusion, which is most of the magic that we see, which is so cool, the coolest thing. There's illusion, and then there's real magic, okay? Me, as someone who practices divination, someone who practices spell casting, and someone who practices all these things, you know, I'm on the frequency. We know about universal magic. We know about the magic that is. But okay, there is also real magic. I really do think people can disappear and conjure stuff up. I really do. No judgment. Don't judge me. We live in this. Prepare for an existential crisis. Okay? We live in all of this. Nothing is impossible. I'm just gonna say that. Magic is real, dude. It is. And so I've always wanted to really get into illusion and all that stuff. And I've been in mentalist shows. I've been hypnotized 3 times, and that's very cool as well. That stuff is cool. It shows a lot about the brain and our reality and perception and logic, all those things. So cool. So I have this dilemma. I really like when I put the captions at the bottom of the screen. I really like doing it. I really like scripting the videos and putting the subtitles here for people to read. However, it is a lot of work, okay? It is a lot. It's not a lot of work, it's just very tedious, because what will happen is Adobe will automatically do it for you, and then they get most of the words in. Like, it's a very smart AI. However, you do have to go back in and like edit like pretty much every sentence, because it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And so when you have a video that's like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and you're talking the entire time, it gets a little annoying, because it takes you like hours to just do the captions and the subtitles, but they look really good. They look really good. And now that I've done them on so many of my videos, I feel like it's my thing, and that I want to put them on all my videos. But I'm trying to tell myself I don't have to do it if I don't want to. Like, it doesn't have to be my thing if I don't want it to be. Like, I'm putting all this pressure on myself for no reason, or because I think it's so aesthetically pleasing, like so aesthetically pleasing. I'm like, okay, well, other people are gonna feel this way, and then they're gonna expect to see it on my videos. So now I have to do it, and it's like, girl, lady, very, very few people actually do it. You know, not a lot of people on YouTube actually sit there and do it. So we'll see how it goes throughout my journey. I do know that I will definitely put captions and stuff on a lot of my videos, because I genuinely like it. And when I'm watching anything, when I'm watching YouTube, when I'm watching Netflix or whatever have you, I like to see the subtitles. That's why I put it in my videos. So because I know that I like it, I know that a lot of other people like it, I'll put some on a lot of my videos. We'll see how it goes. It's so interesting, because I didn't think that I was going to vlog today. I didn't think that I was going to do a video today, but here I am. Later on in the day, I say later on in the day because it's only like 7 a.m., but around noon-ish, 1, 2-ish, I'll be with my mom and two of my sisters, not 3 of my sisters, 2 of my sisters, and we're gonna go get seafood. I'm so excited. We're gonna get seafood and drinks, and we're just gonna have a little kumbaya. We haven't had one of these days in a long time, so I'm really excited. I'm just really excited. I don't know. I think it's gonna be fun. I like painting my nails red during my moon cycle time. I watched one of Leor's videos about like what she does during her moon cycle a very long time ago. This was like 2 years ago maybe when she uploaded this video, or maybe even longer, I'm not sure. It was a long time ago. And I remember she said that she always wore something that kind of honored her moon cycle. So if she would be wearing red, or a certain necklace, or what have you. And I had started doing that for a little while, and then I stopped, but now I've been doing it a lot for, I'd say the past year, the past few months, but I've been really intentional with it for the past like half year, for like all of 22, super intentional with my moon cycle. And I've been painting my nails red, or I'll wear like my moon necklace or like a moon pendant, and it's been really fun. It's been really fun doing that. I love my moon cycle. I do. And that says a lot, because sometimes it's really painful, like emotionally. Sometimes it's overwhelming emotionally. Sometimes it's overwhelming physically, especially when I have to go into work and see and deal with so many people. and I'm uncomfortable and I have to stand up the whole time. It's a hot mess. And when it comes to me teaching, like dance, I'm just not gonna do it on my moon cycle. I'm just not, because I choose not to. Unless I have to, of course. But I make my own schedule. I make it. So, but for the job that I work, the full time, it's annoying having to go to work during your moon cycle, especially like the day before, the first day bleeding, the second day bleeding is like, oh, man. Like right now I'm feeling, I don't want to say heavy per se, but I'm just feeling what is happening? There has been like this bug on my wall all morning, and it's been like crawling all over the ceiling, and it just like rushed down the wall, and now it's behind my bag, and I'm like, please don't be in my bag because I will scream. Like, no. And let me tell you one thing, okay? I'm gonna rant a little bit while I'm feeling the period feels, while I'm gonna rant a little bit, okay? Just because I'm all hippy dippy and I love the planet and I like to put my feet in dirt, okay? Just because I like all of those things and I love it and it makes me feel good and I really love this planet and I love all the creatures of the planet. They're all necessary. I love them. They're all a part of this thing. They're sentient beings. They're beautiful beings. Don't mean that when I see a bug, I'm not about to be like, ooh, if that's what I feel called to do, okay? Now, granted, I know that when it comes to like bumblebees and the cute little bees and stuff, I don't necessarily need to be doing that. It could make my situation worse. But when it comes to like whatever bug that I just saw that's like crawling on my wall with like hella little like tiny legs and it's going off fast and it's like, ooh, I have permission to do that. Some of you are so extra. Some of you guys are like, oh my god, it's just a bug. Okay, yeah, and it's just a bug. Now, if you saw just a bear, how would you feel? Oh no, it's just a bear. If you saw just a poisonous snake, don't try me, okay? We are still animal beings, okay? We are still very much, like little tiny bugs can kill you. Can and will, if they feel necessary. So please don't give me that. Now granted, I know that we are on Earth. We are on the planet. So when I see bugs, I'm not like, oh my god, kill, kill, kill. I don't do that. If it's not messing with me, I'm not gonna mess with it. If it's not trying to steal my resources, aka food, then I'm not gonna mess with it. If it's a spider and it's probably killing the other bugs up in here, I'm probably not gonna mess with it unless I really feel like I'm like, okay, we need to get this thing and put it outside. That's usually what we do. But like, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, if a bug is all up on me, like, get out of here. Not everyone has to love bugs, okay? Period. Rant over. Yeah, guys, I've just been chilling. This weekend has been so great. Now I'm like, that I keep looking over there because I'm so fixated. Because I'm like, is it gonna be in my bag? Am I going to have to scream? Okay, I feel called to share. I do feel called to share. Super into communicating with the universe, actively communicating with the universe, asking her a question and being very specific in asking her to respond to me in certain ways. So I'll ask her a question and I'll be like, if this is this, please show me this, pink strawberries on a shirt. Or if it's not this, show me a green apple on someone's shoe. And the universe literally will respond in those ways. And I think that it's so cool. It's so cool to have conversations with the universe. Sometimes she talks to me without me. Well, all the time she talks to me without me asking for something. Or maybe I'm asking for an answer subconsciously or with my subconscious like energetic field. And recently I've been seeing the phrase, this little like branded phrase, like life is good. And it feels very brandy. I don't know, it feels very, is this a brand? Is like, what is this? Is this a company? Like, what is this? But I've seen it on shirts, I've seen it on billboards, I've seen it on bumper stickers on cars, I've seen it like just everywhere. And it's been happening so frequently, like at least once a day. And every time I see it, I feel like I just have to look at it. And then I know that it's the universe communicating with me. And it's so interesting because I'm like, yeah, life is good. And I'm like, I wonder why the universe continues to show me the life is good thing. Or just like, maybe it's like, oh, it's just a reminder. But I'm like, when I'm doing my gratitude practice, I really do think life is good. Like, why are you showing me this? But that's just me overanalyzing and overthinking and being very like left brain. But I think it's very sweet and very nice that the universe shows me that like every day. That's so cute because life is good. I've really been loving life. I really have, y'all. Oh, so great. Even the annoying parts and the uncomfortable parts and the sad parts and the angry parts, I've been enjoying all of it. It just feels really good. This sound bath, yeah, I need to get me some of those sound bows. And I want like one of those hand pans. Oh, when I get one of those, it's clapped. Clickety clapped. Clickety clapped. I feel like my shadow self has been very loud the past, my shadow self is always loud, but I feel like it's really been like, hey, pay attention to me. With like, here's the thing, I do shadow work 24/7. I am right now, the cycle in my life that's been happening for the past few years is about integrating my shadow into my reality. But there are certain aspects that I feel like I've been avoiding. Like there are aspects of my shadow that I've been avoiding because it's really uncomfortable. Like there are certain things that trigger certain emotions in me that I've been avoiding. And I do not avoid the sadness. I don't avoid the fear and anxiety and imposter syndrome. I don't avoid those things. I don't avoid like sexual things, and I don't avoid those things. What I really avoid is envy and jealousy. For some reason, those things are so uncomfortable to me. And I've been working, well, I haven't been working, but I've been, I guess, magnetizing different medicines from like different goddess practitioners about turning jealousy into creativity, like Madeline Moon, or turning jealousy into pleasure, and like really working with it, because it's an emotion that's gonna come and stay for all human beings, and it's one of the uncomfortable ones. But for some reason, I don't know what it is. And obviously, it's your shadow self that is the jealous one, and that I feel like your light self can be jealous too. Whatever. But anyway, I feel like I've been actively like avoiding that, or I guess not avoiding, but I haven't been accepting that part of myself that is like that. And I feel like the more that I don't accept it, the bigger it gets. And that's just me being honest with myself. And I do know that I don't always, I don't think I've ever necessarily acted in a way that is not in alignment with me because of jealousy or envy. Like it's something, ooh, not my phone, 20%. But it's something that is, I would say sometimes it lights a really nice fuel inside of me, or it either just makes me go inward and just not feel good about myself, and I begin to get in my head and very left brain and very overthinky and all those things, and it's more about me than it is about anyone else. And I feel like my life has always been like that with regards to jealousy and envy and all those things. I don't think I've ever outwardly, I don't think I've ever consciously outwardly projected any of that onto anyone, because to be honest, I think it's kind of weird. Like I've had it done to me, I've had it in my reality quite often, you know, just being a reflection of myself. So I've had it in my reality where people were projecting their stuff onto me, and I'm like, I really don't like that. So I know that when I'm feeling those things, it just happens automatically, where I'm like, this is about me, this is not about anyone else. I'm not trying to give no bad juju, not trying to give no evil eye. That's not like me. At the end of the day, everything is about our internal. So that's just been light. And so I've been working with myself, my spirit team, my shadow, to be like, girl, we have to accept this, and then we have to, when it shows up, we don't have to transmute, but we feel it and we accept it. Obviously, we respond, not react, and we observe, and then we decide to transmute or not. But we don't have to identify with it and judge ourselves for it, because we don't do that. We don't judge ourselves for it. And yeah, there are certain wounds that are still very fresh, like certain friendship betrayal wounds from like other goddesses, you know, very fresh, still very fresh. And that's just me being honest. I'm being so transparent right now. What are you guys doing? It's the cacao, it's the heart medicine. Y'all, seriously, where did that bug go? Oh my goodness. Y'all, it has been hot. Like melting hot. I don't know what I'm gonna wear today to this lunch dinner thing that we're having, because outside it's gonna be literally 100 degrees, but inside of the place they blast the air. And so, you know, when you're like, it's a summer day, so chilling with your friends or whatever, you're melting outside, but you want to go watch a movie, you want to go to dinner, you want to go somewhere that involves you being inside of the building, and then it's freezing and you feel like you need a jacket. That's the dilemma that I'm in. And so I have items of clothing where it's like still summery and still like nice, but they have like long sleeves. So I don't know if that's something that I should do today, because I know that when we're inside, it's gonna give a little cold. It's gonna give a little bit, I'm cold vibes. I don't know. I have this dress that's very light. It's very like, it's not heavy at all, like on my body, and it has long sleeves. So maybe I'll just do that. At the end of the day, I can like, it can go over my shoulders like how this is. And so I can roll the sleeves up, or, you know, do something like tie it all nicely or whatever if I'm getting too hot. I think I'll do that, because I've been wearing my hair a certain way, and I've been wearing earrings, and it goes so well. The color goes so well. I really want to wear that dress today. So I think I'll do that. Maybe. I don't know. we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Oh, I just finished, not finished, but I just started. I don't know why this is so funny, but oh, one of the girls I met last night, I really liked her. She was probably like the only one there that wasn't like all hippy dippy and woo woo. But she was really cool. We have a lot of like the same interests, like with like those really bad like really bad like fan fiction based movies like After, or like just like we were into like Twilight and like 50 Shades and like, you know, the girls know, okay? And so we were having a really good conversation, and it's so funny because yesterday, for some reason, I've been like repressing that part of myself that really likes those like trashy, smutty, like super smutty, like romances, like those romance bugs, the ones that are super predictable, super unrealistic, the ones that are like sex is love, which obviously we know it's not, but like like you know, the ones that have like hella series, or like the ones with like the generic titles like Listen to Me, Breathe with Me, like Come Away with Me, like, you know, stuff like that. Oh my goodness, I love girl, when I tell you I love those reads. They're so good. They're so bad, but they're so good. It's just something that, listen, there's something for everybody, where these people are making a certain kind of art and I connect to that art. So I'm not gonna judge myself. I'm not gonna say, oh my God, this is not spiritual. Like, girl, what vibration are you on that you're saying that? But it just gives. It just gives, and it's so nice when I find other people that really like those things too, because then we talk about it, and I feel like sometimes people judge me. Don't judge me for the kind of art that I like, and I won't judge you, and that's just gonna have to be that on that. So for some reason, I've been repressing that part of myself. I don't know. And I've actively been repressing it. Like like for the past few weeks, I'd say I'm like, oh, I kind of want to get back into like listening to those audiobooks. I kind of want to get back into like, you know, when I'm in between shows and I'm not watching a show or whatever, like, you know, you need some of that good like dopamine hit. I've been like, maybe I should like read one of those, maybe I should start a new series, and I'm like, no, I shouldn't do that, like whatever. But no, I started one yesterday and it's so good. It's so good. I'm literally only 45 minutes into the audiobook, and like the storyline has barely even started, and it's so good. And I'm so excited to finish the series. I love the characters already. Oh my goodness. And if you guys are asking, yes, I will be writing a series of my own. But here's the thing. I think it's just a part of that whole, because let's be honest, the writing is not good. There may be some that I have not read where the writing is genuinely like really good, like really, really good. But I haven't read one of those yet. All the things that I've read and all that stuff, the writing is horrible, trash. And I think that's just kind of like a part of that genre. I remember I watched a video essay, and CJ the X, go check him out, really good. And like, I don't know, like he was talking about like bad art and how art is subjective and blah 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 blah, and like rules about art and all these things. And I feel like stuff like 50 Shades and like After and like those corny like Lifetime movies, for an example. That's a good example, like Lifetime movies and like the smutty romance books and all those things, where it's like, this isn't necessary, it's not necessarily like quality. And the reason why that's valid to say is because the majority of people reading them are like, oh, I know it's bad, but it's so good. Or the majority of people who indulge in that kind of art is like, it's a guilty pleasure, because they know that it's not necessarily the most quality art per se, but it's still so, I don't know the point I was trying to make, but it's still so good. I really don't know the point I was trying to make just now. It flew out of my brain, so I'm just gonna give it away, but I'm into it, okay? Oh, writing, okay, good, okay. So, yeah, me, on the other hand, because I am a writer, it's one of the things that I do, I am a writer. And so, whenever I write, and I'm doing the romance thing or whatever, I like quality things that when I'm doing it, and my writing skills are very good. That's one thing that I don't downplay myself on, is how well I write. And I do write very well, and I tell stories very well, and the way that I ebb and flow through my writing it's just juicy. It just gives, okay, period. That's one thing I will not downplay myself on, is I give in the writing game, honey. Don't play me. And so when I write, sometimes I have a little bit of I'm like, will people who consume this kind of art receive mine because it's more quality than the others? You know, like it's much more better written. It's just, but obviously, where there is an artist, there is someone there to receive their art. So I need to stop worrying about it. Yeah. But that's not to say that my art or anyone's art is better than anyone's art. It's just different. And the quality of art is different. Like, you know, stick figures are still art, but it's different than a Picasso piece or a Michelangelo piece or a Leonardo da Vinci piece. Like, we gotta put it out there. Like, you're drawing like little suns and little grass fields with stick figures. That's still art. Don't get me wrong, that's still art. And it does have some quality, some existential quality, some beauty, but it's also not the Statue of David. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And yeah, that separates like a Jane Austen from like name any smutty romance author, even though Jane Austen obviously is not smut, and that was a total different time period, but you know what I mean. you know what I mean. Or like, say like that separates like Amigos from like Kendrick Lamar. There's just a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference in quality. There's a difference in frequency. That's all it is. Not saying that one is better than the other, because one is not better than the other. They're just different. Period. The sound bath is over. That means that I've been filming for a while. So I'm going to, I wonder if I should just end the video here. I'm feeling called to end the video here. This is a cute little mini vlog. I like my mini vlogs. The last mini vlog I did was my anxiety mini vlog, where the beginning was very vloggy, very like, do this with me, and then it was just a sit down talk for a while. I like that versus like, because it's hard to remember to pick up the camera when you're doing stuff, especially for someone like me who I really kind of just begin to grasp being present as often as possible. I really just began to grasp that, and I feel like I want to continue to integrate that in my reality and continue to cultivate my state of presence and my state of being before I'm consciously vlogging everything all the time. So I like my mini vlogs where I do some things then I sit down and we chat. I love a good spiritual chat. I love a good stream of consciousness. I think I like those. I think I might do those more often. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for joining me in the sacred space. Thank you for having some cacao with me. Thank you for feeling the feels with me. If you made it this far, it's really giving. It's really giving. You're one of the girls. You're one of the girls. Period. And it just gives. So yeah, it's been great. It's been cute. It's been real cute. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.